After loading everything in the truck, the following morning we started our journey from Banke district. It took us 3 days to cross 4 districts: Banke, Surkhet, Dailekh and Kalikot. The route was horrifying as usual. At some points, it was broken beyond imagination. We were literally driving on the mountains. On the fourth day of our journey, when we were about to reach our first stop, just before that we got stuck in a landslide. For 2 days we stayed on the road. Slowly the queue of vehicles kept on increasing. Then after nearly 60 hours, we fortunately found an excavator. All the drivers collected money and requested the owner of the excavator to make the road operational. On the afternoon of our 6th day, we started to move forward. We were getting close to our destination. We selected these areas and villages for distributing advanced stores because the forest cover has decreased drastically over here. People have to walk for days in search of firewood, very dry and lifeless mountains. We reached our first stop, a place named Buka, in the evening. We fortunately found a small room and requested the owner to give it to us for some days. Due to the fear of again getting stuck in another landslide, we decided to unload the truck as quickly as possible. It was around 9:30 p.m. Everyone was asleep. We couldn't find any workers. So along with the truck people, we unloaded the stuff under the moonlight. They helped us a lot, very kind people. The next morning, our 7th day, we reached our second stop, a place named Judy. Here we found some workers. They helped us unload the truck. We found an empty storeroom and reserved it. Later that day, around 3 p.m., we reached our final destination, a place named Pilichor. Here we emptied the truck, found a storeroom and kept everything nicely. After that, the truck returned. Phew, those 7 days were very tough. The landslides and the condition of roads made it extremely difficult. We gave our best and now all this stuff is stored safely in 3 storerooms. The following day, first, we went to all the nearby villages of Pilichor. It took us 5 days to walk to 24 villages. Some were situated as far as 8 to 9 hours of uphill trek from the main road. We selected these villages as the forest or tree cover have reached at an alarming level or has completely vanished. In these villages, we came across thousands of families, and out of them, we selected 68 families who were suffering the most. We selected them based on families without parents, families with lots of kids, especially lots of girls, families with disabled people, houses with old and lonely people, families with respiratory diseases. Everyone was in need. Every person whom we came across was asking for the stove. We had to say sorry at every corner. Then we went to 23 villages near Judy. It took us 4 days to walk to all the villages. We made and noted down the details of 80 families which were suffering more than the rest of the villagers. And at last, we walked to 15 villages near Buka. To cover it all, it took us around 3 days. We selected 52 families here. So in 12 to 15 days, we walked to 62 villages and selected 200 families. There isn't another choice. One has to walk, make personal contact and observe their homes and conditions firsthand. If we ask the local administration or other people, they do corruption and tell the names of their own interest. According to them, they themselves are the most poor and suffering. After coming back to the main road, we rested a day in a small tea house, and then in the following 2 days, we phone called all the 200 families and requested them to come to the main road for collecting their stoves. The distribution process took 2 days, visiting 3 different storerooms, emptying them, putting them in order, then handing over to the villagers, etc. The villagers brought big wooden baskets known as doko in Nepalese language for carrying the stoves up to their villages. They were so happy. While handing over all these stoves, we informed the families that we will again come to your villages for assembling, installing or instructing you about the stoves. So we visited 62 villages twice. Namaste.